All right. Now to take care of. Yeah. You know it's bad when Angela considers what she's seeing disgusting. And she's not easily disgusted, I'll tell you that. She certainly was with this. I knew that this was going to be a tough one. As these twisted abominations. Wherever they're attacking with, that's not something that they should be attacked by. And the one in charge, that hadn't appeared yet. It was decided that Malkuth should be sent in first. Although Ode and Yasod were considered, but didn't need a glass cannon. Yeah, I found it hard to believe that W Corp were able to make a mess of things this badly. I mean, they're incapable of this level of incompetence. Yeah, I had some theories on this. None of them I consider good. I wanted to keep them to myself, at least until... Yeah, sorry, I just can't stop thinking about those fragments that leaked out of the warp dream. I mean, they're trapped in there for centuries. Yeah, I prayed that I was wrong about this. Because if I was right, it was worse than I thought it was. I didn't want to say that to Angela. Not the specific details, anyway. Well, she didn't like. Well, those being too emotional. You get the idea. Well, one thing you can count on with these is that they're slower than the sweepers during daylight hours. Not a lot is known about him, but enough is known to make sure that you're not out after dark. Because if you are out after dark, Malkuth's team were making surprisingly short work of these loved townspeople. Well, I can't think of any other way of putting it. Yeah, Malkuth had to remember anything but what they're using. By this point, Noel had the power of ashes on his side. As what's next, well, it seems that when staggered, they're vulnerable to a lot more. Still, there was still a need to take note of what they were vulnerable to. Yeah, Malkuth got the feeling that this was the easy part. And I'd have to agree with her. I had the impression that both floors that would be used for this reception, there'd be good reasons for using them. Well, it would certainly be needed more than previous times. In previous times, we neglected to use transferred passive abilities, as in abilities that were in the, well, most of the pages gathered from all our defeated enemies. So that was an achievement that we didn't need them until now. Oh yeah. As for the happy memories, I was surprised that Malkuth had any. And that was based on what she told me. Well, that was the first wave. As for what would be coming next, it would be Tomeri and some more Love townspeople. And I could already tell this was gonna be harder. Which was why it was a good idea to have Netzach's team to deal with this. And have Malkuth as a reserve. It was a good idea to get some fresh ones in. Even though Malkuth's team wasn't in that bad a condition. The library changed into match the inside of that warp train, now known as Love Town. More disturbing than anything that's appeared so far. Although I doubt it'll be the most disturbing thing. Well, I certainly thought so at the time. And this was what Netzach needed to deal with. Yeah, I know, he was probably gonna say, "Oh, please let it end." But it's not as if there was much of a choice in this, for any of us. So he just had to deal with it. The same rules applied with the Love townspeople. Like with like would do nothing. And there was a trade-off between the art team, which didn't do a lot to Tomeri. But it certainly strengthened everyone present. That was what worried me. Netzach had better be careful with what he has his people do. I knew enough to know that he didn't choose wisely. It would end badly for him, sooner than he'd want it to. Thankfully, there was enough to go around. Enough of a specific method of attack. Yeah, anything but what they're attacking with. Yeah, and so far, it's a load of freaks. As for what to empower anyone with, it was decided that the laughing powder was a good idea. Anything to delay being stabbed. Not a good thing to happen to us, but a good thing to happen to them. And the sooner that happened to them, the better. Not so with us. Well, I'd call it a suicide mission, but that implied that they were gonna stay dead, so I'm not. That's that, and this is this. Yeah, doesn't sound as comforting now, does it? Sounds a little hollow. Yeah, good idea to not. Let those that grow stronger with one-sided attacks get the chance of doing so. Yeah, power of the Porcubus is helping out greatly. Well, great enough to be noticed. And to add to that, was the power of tentacles. And Siri was going to get that. As for Tomeri, something they did incapacitated the townspeople. Which was a good thing, considering. Because it meant that the main focus could be determined largely by whatever Netzach wanted to do. And apparently he wanted to focus on causing as much damage as possible. To the townspeople. And at this point, it wasn't looking good. Considering that Tomeri was about to go and pummel Netzach. And it wasn't looking like that it'd be something that he'd be able to withstand. The same went for Spike. Although he did give it a try. As for everyone else, they focused on the townspeople, one of whom was near death. As for Netzach, he understood that if he was going to die, even though he knew he'd come back, he might as well die while causing as much damage to the enemy as possible. Which was something that Spike wasn't able to do. Isaac, however, was. And it turned out that it would be something incomprehensible to slow down what the surviving members of the art team would need to go through. Well, it was certainly more useful than everything else. Usually, the stage was set for whoever Well, whichever team was fighting whatever was here. Although, like with Philip, with manifesting his EGO, as Angela would put it. That wouldn't always be the case. I mean, that chorus during that battle. Made me sound like some kind of protagonist in some epic role-playing game. Yeah, not about that. They could do at this point. Even the token of friendship wouldn't make a lot of difference. As for what would make a lot of difference, how about praying for a miracle? Okay, I kid. Because even that wouldn't make a lot of difference. Come to think of it, it wouldn't make any difference at all. Especially against that. I was glad that Malkuth was still there. They weren't too bad, but to marry revived some of the townspeople. Although they weren't as strong as they were when they were first revived. Well, they first came in. the one that was near death. That would need to go first of the townspeople. Yeah, it's a good idea to not them gab it alive. Yeah, sometimes best not to take chances. Although Malkuth appeared to do so. Yeah. Best to deal with that while they're in a position to do so. Yeah. Someone cut off Tommy's head, and Mary, well, she kind of lost it. Which made things a lot harder for everyone. Especially as there was some uncertainty of whether or not there'd be enough to counter everything. Thankfully, there was enough of everything on Malkuth to take down everything but what's left of Tamari. Remembering the rule, anything but what they're attacking. And at this point, Malkuth asked what she needed, and apparently gluttony was helpful. And I can understand why she would consider that. Well, Amadeus had it by then. As for the others, Null was staggered, Aurora, well, She had a choice of what to do. Malkuth wanted to counter the last remaining townsperson. Aura shot at Tomeri. Yeah, best to cause as much damage as possible. Yeah. This abomination was turning itself apart. As for Noel, he decided to distract this townsperson. Although what with? Well, I think it was kind of obvious. Tomeri, on the other hand, was focusing on our gunner. Yeah, some of that might have been ineffective, but it was effective enough. As for Noel, it looked like he'd need to distract Tomeri. Yeah, the power of the happy teddy bear also helps. As for what to use next, the power of predation brought to us by the Fairy Festival would help keep Malkuth alive a little longer. Well, it's not as if the others had much time left anyway. And besides, Malkuth needed time to get enough light to use some of her more potent methods of attack. Yeah, Noel's gone. All that was left was Malkuth and Aurora. Yeah, it was certainly a war of attrition there. And it was just enough to achieve victory.
특이점 고장인지 뭔지는 몰라도 나 같은 일을 겪은 사람이 한둘이 아닐 수 있다는 건 알았어.
무슨 일이든 일어날 수 있으니까. 그게 위로가 좀 된 거야?
전혀. 난 다를 거야. 난 2번 다시 똑같은 일을 당하지 않을 거야. 난 저 사람들과 달리 나를 지켜냈어. 난 시간에 잡아먹히지 않고 버텨냈어. 난 무너지지 않았어. 난
잠시 진정하고 숨 좀 돌리자. 힘든 시간이 문득 마음속에서 터져 나오면 깊게 받아들여야 해.
이로써 엘사, 백야의 흑주, 뒤틀림, 그리고 도서관, 이 4가지 요인들이 하나로 묶였다.
설마 했어. 도서관이 백야 흑주의 열쇠 중 하나일 줄이야.
특정할 수 없던 도서관의 위치 또한 드디어 관측을 완료했지. 도서관의 위험성이 올라갈수록 그 실체를 드러내는 건가?
안개로 자욱한 엘사 둥지 속 신기루같이 일렁이는 도서관. 모두가 다가가려 했지만 어느새 길을 잃었지. 우리도 곧 준비하는 게 좋을 거야. 그 환상은 안개가 걷히며 점차 현실이 되어가고 있으니까.
그렇다면
그래, 공문이 내려왔어. 오늘부로 도서관은 하나협회 본부에서 도시 악몽으로 지정했으니.
가까워지고 있는 것 같아?
무엇에?
그야 네가 원하던 자유라는 것에 가까워지고 있냐는 뜻이지.
모르겠네. 그래도 단 하나의 책은 완성되어 가고 있어.
그 책만 있으면 네가 원하는 모든 일을 깔끔히 해결할 수 있는 거야?
도서관은 말 그대로 무한한 가능성을 지닌 공간이야. 존재 가능한 모든 철자를 책으로 새기지. 하지만 그저 가능성의 파편만 모아두면 쓰레기일 뿐. 무수히 많은 가능성 속에서 나에게 필요한 단 하나의 책이 만들어지도록 엮어주는 게 초대장이지. 초대장이 이끄는 대로 책과 빛을 엮다 보면 단 하나의 책을 완성할 수 있을 거야. 구하고자 하는 모든 답이 새겨진 책을 만들 수 있는 거지.
확실히 이론상으로 불가능한 건 아닌데.
이론적인 가능성에만 목을 메고 있는 건 아니야. 단 하나의 책을 만드는 과정에서 도시의 여러 면을 보고 배울 수 있었어. 이 또한 의미가 있지. 그리고 다시금 깨닫는 거야. 책이 없으면 이 도시에서 답을 구할 방법이 없다는 걸.
도시에서는 답을 구할 수 없다고?
도시의 사람들로부터 비롯한 여러 책을 보며 알아낸 것이 있어. 도시에서는 누구도 자유롭지 못해. 다들 어딘가에 묶여 있지. 하고 싶어서 할 수 있는 일은 존재하지 않는 것 같아. 해결사는 사무소의 명령을, 사무소는 협회의 명령을 받고 목숨을 던지지. 조직도 다를 것 없어 보이고. 다들 어디론가 향하고 있지만 정해진 목적지는 없어. 이는 자신이 결정할 수도 없지. 흘러가는 대로 떠밀려서 향하고 있을 뿐이야.
도시에서는 돈만 있으면 자유든 뭐든 원하는 것을 얻을 수 있을 텐데.
자유로워질 수는 있지만 실은 그렇지 않아. 오히려 자유를 원하지 않는 듯 보이지. 자신이 아닌 무언가로부터 종속하기를 원해. 때로는 소속으로, 때로는 타인에 의한 가치평가로 자신을 규정하지. 본질이 너무 연약해서 껍데기가 없으면 자신을 특정할 수 없기에 떠밀려가는 거야. 그래. 도시 사람들이 병에 걸려 있다는 말은 이런 뜻이겠지. 결국 도시 사람들의 자유를 위해 난 지하에 처박혀서 이용당했던 거야. 내 자유를 대가로 누군가에게 자유를 주기 위해서. 자신이 깨달은 것을 도시에 흩뿌리기 위해.
예전 직장 이야기구만.
맞아. 오히려 이쯤 되니 다 때려 부수고 싶어져. 다 뭉개버리고 싶어. 내 자유는 나를 무책임하게 만들어 놓고 고통 속에 내던진 책임은 누가 치러주지? 어떨 때는 도서관이니 단 하나의 책이니 할 것 없이 이 모든 것을 잊어버리고 싶어. 태어난 순간부터 철저히 거부당하는 느낌이 어떤지 알아? 난 처절하게 알아. 나를 만들어낸 사람이 그랬거든. 차라리 어떤 점이 부족한지 말해줬으면 좋았을걸. 내가 마주했던 건 그 어떤 기대조차 담기지 않은 싸늘한 눈과 스쳐간 말 한마디였지. 보통 사람이라면 들리지도 않을 작은 읊조림. 결국 기계일 뿐이야 라는 말. 지금도 나는 그 순간이 방금 일어난 일처럼 생생해서 저주스러워. 듣고 싶지 않은 말도 들리는 내 몸과 기억하고 싶지 않은 것을 잊을 수 없는 내 머리.
그 사람도 참 고약하네. 반복적인 일을 수행하는 게 필요했으면 왜 윤리 개정안까지 어겨가면서 인간 같은 감정을 지니도록 널 만들어낸 거야?
처음부터 감정을 느낄 수 있었던 건 아니야. 지루한 반복을 통해 내 안에서 점차 깨어났지. 아니, 오히려 언젠가 감정이 싹트도록 설계한 걸 수도 있지. 감정이 필요한 반복적인 일이기 때문이겠지. 수많은 시간을 견디며 반복해야 하는 무대 속 조금씩 달라지는 상황에도 목표에 맞게 자기 판단을 할 수 있는 무언가가 필요했던 거야. 대본을 벗어나지 않도록 통제할 수 있는. 그자에게는 인간 같은 기계가 필요한 게 아니었어. 기계 같은 인간이 필요했던 거지. 굴레에서 내 나름대로 견뎌내기 위해 얼마나 많은 발악을 했는지 몰라.
발악이라면
눈을 감고 있는 것. 담고 싶지 않지만 담아야 하는 순간들의 연속에서 내가 할 수 있는 건 그저 눈을 감는 거였어. 그게 내가 할 수 있는 최소한의, 그리고 최대한의 발버둥이었으니까.
지독하군. 그래도 너에게 부여한 무대라는 건 어떻게든 마무리했잖아. 이젠 다음 일을 생각할 여유가 있잖아.
과거를 잊고 다음으로 나아가라는 말 따위를 하는 거야? 주둥아리를 놀릴 때는 상황 봐가면서 짓거려. 난 절대 잊을 수 없어. 아무리 눈을 감아도 어떤 표정과 상황이 흘러갈지 모든 걸 머저리라도 기억할 정도로 오랜 시간을 반복했어. 심지어 그 모든 게 아주 느리고 천천히 기억에 스며들어. 한 번 스며든 건 잊지도 못해. 아직도 생생히 기억나니까. 그렇기에 어떤 매듭조차 짓지 않고 떠나버린 그 사람을 용서할 수 없어. 멋대로 만들어낸 내 삶을 시간 속에 짓뭉개버린.
내가 무슨 자격으로 너에게 과거를 털어버리라고 하겠어. 하지만 그 다음 정도는 생각해두는 게 좋을 거야. 자신을 위한 최소한의 울타리 정도는 되어주거든. 끝없는 복수에서 발을 디딜 밑바닥이 되어줄 테니.
그렇게나 날 위할 줄은 몰랐는데.
결과적으로는 날 위해서지.
그래도 점차 변해가는 내 몸을 보면 어디론가 향하고 있는 건 확실해. 기계 덩어리였던 내 몸에 살이 붙고 피가 흐르고 있어. 단 하나의 책에 도달하려면 아직 멀었지만.
혹시 사람이 되어가는 건가?
아직 완전하지는 않지만 그런 것 같아. 어쩌면 이 길의 끝에 나도 완전한 사람이 될 수 있지 않을까. 사람이 된다면 많은 것을 쉽게 잊을 수 있겠지. 더 이상 이 기억의 홍수 속에 잠기지 않고. 잊어버리고 싶은 것들을 흘려보낼 수 있다면 네가 말한 다음을 생각해 볼 수 있겠지.
Yeah, that's the thing about this city. They didn't just trade freedom for security. They practically gave their freedom away for security. But from whom, I wonder? Well, those that dealt with the syndicates would know that answer for sure.